Hello, hello. Welcome to another Talking Photography. My name is Ilvinio Kikcin. I'm a Dutch photojournalist and I'm currently standing in the beautiful... Wait, let me switch the camera because I want you to see this. In the beautiful Africa Museum near Nijmegen. There we go. Let me show you some of the works while I'm walking towards the works that I'll be talking about today. So this is the exhibition Through the Lens of in the Africa Museum near Nijmegen, the Netherlands. And this show consists of the works of 17 visual storytellers from different African countries. And all the works that you see here are selected from the African Photojournalism Database, which is an initiative from World Press Photo and Everyday Africa. And the exhibition itself is a collaboration between the Africa Museum and World Press Photo. And this is already the 5th week that I'm doing these interviews with great photographers from all over, all over Africa. And I'm very sad actually that this is the last week already. It went by so quickly. And the work that you see here is the work from Jacques Nkinzingabo. I really hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I'm going to invite him. There we go. I'm going to invite him now, and then we're going to talk about his work. Let me see. There we go. Okay, we're waiting for him to get here. While we're waiting, I'm going to show you some of the work. This talk will be about 20 minutes. At least we're going to try.
Hello.
Hey, Jacques, there you are.
Yeah,
Hello,
I hope you can hear me and see me well.
100%. I was just showing the work. Have you seen it yourself already on the wall?
Yeah.
Let me show it to you properly.
It looks beautiful.
It does. And what I really like, I'm going to step back, take some steps back. The wall is also a picture and it's printed really big.
Yeah.
So I hope you like it. It's beautiful work. Thanks so much.
It looks as real.
It looks as what?
It looks as real because the wall was too big, you know?
Yes, exactly. You're right. It's almost real size.
Yeah.
Almost like I'm in Kigali standing in front of a bar.
Yeah.
So, what we always do as a first question in this series is to ask, what did you do today? So, I hope that this doesn't take you by surprise, but can you share with us what your day kind of looked like? What did you do?
Yeah, so I have been on assignment for almost 10 days and my room looked not pretty well, so I had to clean. No one else would be there for me, so I had to clean, fix a few things in the room, and what else? Finish work for the client, and I'm a producer, so I worked on the music. I met my brother today. We shared a drink, and I'm here.
How does this all fit into one day? Okay, this is a lot of things you did in one day. Sounds familiar. I can do the same thing sometimes. So you're really tired now, but we're still gonna do the interview.
Yeah. I'm having a drink now. Yeah. I'm ready.
That's the best. That's cool. Well, thanks so much for being here. So could you maybe describe who you are as a photographer, and also were you always dreaming of becoming a photographer, or did you have totally other plans? Who are you as a photographer, photojournalist?
Yeah, so it started when I was in a high school. I never really thought of becoming a photographer, but since I was young, that's what even my mom now makes fun of me. Like, he was like, everyone in the neighborhoods was saying you will become a star, and I see you becoming a star. Yeah, So, I was more interested into electronics and technology since I was young. I was so curious about owning a radio, for example, like owning his first radio. It was like the biggest achievement for me, so I can hear what was happening with the music and entertainment. So being in a high school, I was more interested in entertainment, and that's when I came up with the idea with other group of students to approach the director of the school to give us possibilities either to watch a TV or to organize entertainment events in order to make the students stay in a school instead of going out of school for looking those entertainments, and they become, and being out of school, of course, girls would get pregnant or boys would make other things which are not related. And that was like a great project for the school. And it grew, like it started growing, and that's how photography found me. Because
and was it also in the back of your mind the reason that you wanted to become, or that your mom wanted you to become a star? Did you think it would somehow make you famous?
No, you don't prepare. Things happens, and when you're still young, you have energy to try things you love. I think that's what drove me till where I am today.
Oh, the line is breaking a little bit.
Yeah,
the line was breaking. What was the last thing you said? Because it broke up a bit.
Yeah, I said when you're young, you have energy. All you do is just, do what you love. And the energy drove me where I am today. So I never prepared anything. Everything happens organic. So I got a camera. I got a camera from my director.
That's my question. What's your first camera?
Yes, I got my first camera from director of the school because there were so many events and they needed someone to cover them. And that's how I got the opportunity to start taking pictures from my high school. And long short story. That's how I made my name through different schools, because I think I was the first photographer to ever establish into high schools and expand from out of my school to internet. So internet, internet was the way it really like pushed me out as a photographer.
And in recent years, because you're now doing assignments, you said today, although I think that was more like a producing assignment, but are you also taking assignments from newspapers, for instance? Because the images you are taking for your own project, where do you show them or publish them?
Yeah, so most of the images you will see, I take them when I'm traveling, because I love...
Me or you, though? Yeah, now you're back. You're back.
Yeah, am I back? Okay, perfect.
Yes,
yeah,
you're here.
Okay, great. I was saying most of the pictures I take them when I'm traveling, because I love going to spaces and spend time there. But when it comes with assignments, sometimes you're meeting people, everything is well organized. You have to interview this person. So I love, producing these projects as a personal projects. Like I have 100% free time to spend time with the people or with the space within the spaces. Yeah, you probably we will get a chance to speak to some of the images, so I can take you through like how it was. Yeah.
I think from looking at your images, we're going to talk about them just now. You really like the daily life, and I think that's something that, exactly, it kind of connects our work, because I work as a photojournalist as well, and I love photographing daily life because I think it tells you a lot about life of a certain country. So you really, by looking at your images, I really get to know Kigali and Rwanda a bit better. So, but can you tell us about the project? What are we seeing? And while you're talking about it, I'm going to show the images. Let me switch this. There we go.
So
maybe you can talk about what it is.
Yeah. So this is a long-term project I have started. It's been almost now 9 years, close to 9 years. So it's called The Country in Progress. It's called The Country in Progress. And what I show is try to show the daily life and what Rwanda means to me are part of the other image or another perspective of the image of the people have of the country. Because when you say Rwanda, the first two images comes into your mind is the genocide. And I'm not doing these images to take you beyond the past, but to show you the development of what have happened and where we are today. So I'm more into like daily life, how we eat, how we dress, how, you know, the hairdressers, everything in between you couldn't imagine Rwanda would have. That's what I try to put into images, and I take you inside people's life, you know. If you look at that image, these are like two boys holding hands. Back in the background, that's like my childhood neighbor. That's where I grew up. And those two people could find connections within, and they're also within the space as well. So that's what I like to capture, like what is happening around me.
When you take a picture like this, is it very candid, or was this more like a portrait, and did they know you were there, or was it really like a street scene that you just captured?
I love being in a space, and I don't want to have so much attentions of people. I want to capture that reality, you know, that that I want to breed that connection with the community I'm in or the space I'm in. So I don't take so much post pictures, images. I'm more like happen to happen in a space, and then something happens.
Like a candid, more candid.
More, yeah.
And how, because I think you just explained quite well what your key purpose is for making this series, which, if I can phrase it in one sentence, I think it would be to show people that Rwanda is more than, the genocide. Am I right? It's daily life. There's a whole life going on there. So how has your, how have the images been received in Rwanda? Because to people from Rwanda, it's probably so normal that they might think, oh, this is just daily life.
So, that's a good question. Thanks for asking. Really never had anyone asking me this.
One other question, or one other thing I want to mention, is that everyone or anyone who is listening now and has a question for Jacques, please feel free to ask. He's here now, so ask anything you want to know. Because we're here now, and just put it in the comments and we'll make sure to ask. Okay, go ahead.
So when you see photography in Rwanda as in general is it's something we're receiving as new to own, you know. So most of the pictures we have, they were taken during colonies. The pictures we have from the genocide, even after, is most of the international medias. It's not ourselves. So it's something new. So the first exhibition I had, it was September 2015. That's 6 years now from now. And when you look at the audience to the last exhibition we hosted, it has increased numbers.
You're breaking up when you're looking from, what were you saying about the audience?
Yeah, so when you're looking at the number of the attendees into the events we had, the number has increased.
Hello? Now you're back. Okay.
Yeah, so I was saying, hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're saying the number of the audience has increased. Is that what you said?
Yeah, has increased over like, for example, like 60%. What I mean is increased.
We're losing you. Jacques, can you move close? Are you in the Wi-Fi? And if so, can you move a bit closer?
Yes.
Or is it me?
I think it's the network.
Okay.
Hello.
But maybe it's my network, so I'm also going to move a bit closer to my Wi-Fi. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. So I was saying the first exhibition I had was 2015, and when you compare to the last exhibition we hosted at the center, the number has increased over 60% by local attendees. I mean Rwandans. That means they're being more interested in participating into the activities, which is the for me like one of the best ways to go. It's a success, you know,
Yes.
because the first exhibition, I was inviting people, and exactly they had the same feelings. Why would I come to look at the images I already see every day, you know?
This is normal life for us, yeah.
Yeah. But over the years, they start to understand photography is not just what you see every day; it's beyond
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I can
So
see, yeah.
there is a change, and the change is good.
That's
There is a
nice.
change,
It's
and the change
amazing
is
that
good. Yeah.
that it grew so much. That's a
Yeah.
big compliment to the work as well.
I think the biggest fun days I have is also from this country, which is good.
Yeah. That's always
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you currently still working on the project? Because you said you were working on it for how many years? 9 years?
9 years now. Yeah.
Wow.
When it started, it was called Rwanda My Beauty. It was transformed
Uh-huh.
into Rwanda Unseen, and now it's the country in progress. So it has chapters.
See.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you still shooting the last chapter, or has it already been finished?
It never finished. It's the country in progress. Rwanda will progress every day. The
So you're gonna
city
shoot it
changes.
for many
Yeah.
more years.
More years till I go to where I'm supposed to go, I guess.
I think there's, let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to walk back. I was just thinking about walking back, but I'm afraid maybe the line will break up a bit. But I wanted to ask you about your favorite image. Let's try. Which one? I'm gonna stand a bit further. Which one would you pick if you would have to talk about your
I
favorite
would pick
images?
the one of 4 or 5 boys on their leg.
Okay, I'm gonna show it up close, but then I'm gonna walk to the spot where the reception is a bit better. Oh,
Yeah.
there's a light spot. There we go. It's a beautiful shot. So this is Lake Kivu, I think.
That's Lake Kivu. In the background, that's Congo. And so what you see in the image, why did I pick this, and why is it so important to me? It's not just like 5 guys sitting or relaxing on the lake. If you people are following us, if they go check that image and they look closely, there is someone in the water, and it was and that person in the water, it was the only lady there, and
Wow.
the rest were boys.
Yes.
I have more pictures of them interacting and when she gets out of the water, but it speaks a lot to me, like how powerful she is by being in 20 men and swimming with them. And
Exactly.
that area is one of known as the risky area to swim. If you're not from
Wow.
Gisenyi, you cannot swim there
So she took
unless you
a risk, or she knew all the guys, I'm guessing.
yeah, she's part of the community, but what I love is the energy, the freedom, and of her being herself, you know, which is normally not so easy. Most like here you could see not so many people really, like not so many girls get out in public space and swim with 10 boys. It has
With a
to be
group of
like
boys.
this, a group of boys, you know.
So did you also get to speak to her? Did you
No,
ask her, or chat to her?
you know, what happens is always like I build connections with these people. I photograph them. Then we talk about something else, or they ask me even more pictures. They even follow me everywhere. But I don't
There
want
you
to
are.
run. You know. But I don't want to run their time. You know, trying to investigate, interrogate. I just try to keep like having fun with them. You know,
And do you also
that's
try to keep kind of low profile, because that's an easier way, or a better,
yeah.
maybe the
Yeah,
best way to get nice
yeah.
images? You keep in the background a bit.
Yeah, there is always so many ways. There, people here are so kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very, very kind. I would imagine if I haven't seen a camera in my life and someone is just appearing in front of me taking pictures of me, I would react so different. So I feel so grateful for being here and for my contribution, and also for their contribution, because it's between me and the people itself, themselves,
Yeah,
you know. Yeah,
I think that's lovely.
yeah.
Do you sometimes also send the pictures to them afterwards, or?
Yeah, yeah. Most of the time, in the past years, I used to print a lot. I
Uh-huh.
used to print a lot and get them the prints. But then now it comes to like everyone is having a WhatsApp. So they're like, yeah, send me the photo on WhatsApp. You know.
So
Yeah, yeah.
what would be your dream as a photographer to achieve, let's say, in the upcoming 5 years? And if anyone else has a question, please ask away. But this would be my question to you before we round up, because we're already almost at 20 minutes. So tell me what your dream would be, maybe for this series or for you as a photographer in the upcoming 5 years.
Yeah, it's a bit different. Maybe people would feel, those who doesn't know me, they'll feel so shocked. It's not too personal. My dream now and what I'm fighting for is to have a safe space for photographers in my country where they could have a best knowledge in photography and the best equipments and the resources about photography and its history. So that's my dream. I don't see myself taking more pictures or doing all of this than what I'm dreaming right now of establishing that space. I have already the Kigali Center for Photography, but we're still renting this space. There is so many difficulties there. So my dream in the next 5 years is having, when I say safe spaces, where we no longer rent, where like every photographer calls home, you know, they know they can have all those I mentioned below, you know, like above, you know, like knowledge, because that's
Yeah.
exactly what we need here. I need more photographers to have access to resources and also good
Kind of like
knowledge about what they are doing. That's my dream.
kind
Yeah,
of like the I think it's a beautiful, beautiful dream, and I think it reminds me a bit of Market Photo Workshop in Johannesburg.
yeah, yeah,
You probably know it's such a beautiful space, and I really hope you
yeah.
can somehow create, together with other photographers, a place like this. I see there's a question coming in from Alfie Fluky. That's the person asking the question. And the question is, do you ask your models or protagonists in advance? We kind of spoke about it a little bit with the picture with the two boys. But can you explain a little bit more how you usually go undercover and work, or if
Yeah.
you ask models?
So what happens is I spend time into one community for years until people get to used to me, and that helps me a lot. But sometimes you end up in a space where no one knows you. So most of the time, it's 50-50. I ask according to what I'm expecting from that model. Maybe posing for me, maybe there is a certain light around the background I want, and I have to fight in bringing connection with that person. Or I don't ask because that person is already in the best moment that if I ask, it will ruin the image.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, you ruin the moment.
yeah, so I capture the moment. That's my answer for this. So I capture the moment, no matter what it costs. I capture the moment. I make sure that moment speaks to me, and it will speak to someone not today, but for years to come.
But in the future, yeah, people exactly
Yeah,
that people
yeah,
look at the images and they feel that this was a real moment, not something that
yeah,
was set up. Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you so much for sharing all
yeah,
of this about your series. There it is in the background. I hope you can still see it.
yeah.
There, really
Thank you
big.
so much.
Beautiful. And I want to thank you for your time. And also, if there are still, I see there, he's saying thank you as well, the person that asked the question. If other people have more questions for you, they will leave them later on in the comments, because it's going to be shared by the museum in their Instagram IGTV page. So you can all watch it and ask questions. And it would be great if you could maybe answer some questions if there are still questions coming in. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
and thanks everyone else for watching. And the exhibition will now move to the Tropy Museum in Amsterdam. So that's going to be the next spot from June 2021 onwards. So it's coming up in a few months. This was sadly our last IGTV or Instagram Live. And they will all be published on the museum's, Africa Museum's Instagram IGTV. So please check it out. Check out the other episodes as well. And thanks everyone for being here in the past weeks. And thank you, Jacques, for all the great images. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Have
Bye.
a good weekend.
You too. Enjoy the drink.
Yeah, thank you. For me, it's a weekend already. It's Thursday.
Lucky. Yeah. Enjoy it.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.